I thought that, I thought our guys played with a lot of toughness. You know, we talked last night about the horse Seabiscuit and its race against War Admiral in 1938. We talked about the trainer telling the new jockey that, get off to a fast start. And then when you get to turn 3 or 4, let War Admiral pass you. And then when he sees the other horse's eyes, he'll kick it in and win. And I think the jockey at that point in time thought he was crazy. And it unfolded exactly like the trainer said. And the jockey asked him, what was it with the training? What was it with the preparation? What was it with his legs? Like, what are you doing to get him to do that? He said, you missed the whole point. It was his heart. And today we played with a lot of heart. I thought that played with maybe even too much emotion. That's on me. I just even asked Nnanna as we were on our way up. I got to do a better job for the guys. But I thought we got great looks in the first half. Threes, layups, free throws, different things. I thought our defense was really good throughout. I thought that part was really good. I thought we really competed with toughness. I thought we played with a lot of passion. I thought we played with a lot of heart. I thought we played together. Thought we really did those things really, really well. Starks in the first half was a jolt for us offensively, thank goodness, or we might have had 10 at the half. So I thought he made some big plays offensively in the first half in terms of shot making. And, Laron even, who didn't play quite as much tonight due to some matchups, had 4 rebounds in 11 minutes. I thought Tate had great command, as Nnanna likes to say. I thought Hill played really hard. Kendrick made huge shots late in the game there, especially. Starks was really good in the first half offensively. Morgan and Colbert did their deal in helping us kind of, with that 5 position alongside with Nnanna. I thought Nnanna played his best late, was active on the glass, was great defensively, made a good read there on the flare screen late in the overtime. But, when there's 3 minutes to go and you're down by 7, it's, you got to go now. And, to finish the game on a 21-2 run, I think our guys, more than anything else, it wasn't necessarily about execution. It was about heart. And I thought our guys played with a lot of heart. Questions for the players?
Nnanna, you had a quote that kind of went viral about leaving everything on the floor. You seniors made a lot of big plays down the stretch. Was that kind of what you're talking about with your quote before?
Yeah, and I think that's even now, even more than earlier in the year, especially during this winning streak, I think the young guys are embracing that too. I mean, they're playing like they're not going to have 2-3 more years left in their years. So, I think that's big. Once we have everyone in the same page, playing for one another.
Yeah, and Starks' passing into the post has become so much, so fast, so quick. You even missed one tonight. Am I wrong in imagining that it's just really improved over the last few games, his interior passing?
Ahmad passing the post?
Ahmad,
Yeah.
passing.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
The one where he threw in the first half that you weren't sure was for you.
Yeah, he makes great reads. He sees things that, you don't really see. He has really great vision. Him and Tate are one of the, best guards, in the Big Ten in terms of seeing things. And he makes really good passes, and he really creates a lot of opportunities. And that was just one opportunity that was missed for me. But he, as long as he continues to do that, that'd be good.
Would you say that that's an aspect of his game that's there now, but wasn't there as much as
it was always there. Ever since I started playing with him, his vision and his passing was always good. But it's always overlooked because he could score so well, and he's such a great shooter that people kind of overlook his great passing. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure his assist turnover rate is one of the best.
And can you talk about the maybe emotional lift or what it felt like to have Ray back out there with you guys?
No, it was big. He's really he's a real big part of our team. For him to come out, the one thing he does, for our team that, especially today, is his defensive effort. He's really aggressive. He's really on the ball, and he brings that attitude on defense that they really need.
Kendrick, you guys were kind of struggling to shoot tonight, around 30% for a good portion of the game, but you guys kept firing, and then you got hot late. What do you attribute that to? Just continue to keep shooting and not lose confidence, or?
We just keep shooting and not lose confidence. Stay poised, and just get it done on the defense side to even it out.
Nnanna, with 3 minutes left, like Coach was mentioning, you guys are down 7. Is that a switch that you guys need to flip, or is it just urgency kind of filling you guys with adrenaline?
No, at that point we knew that, obviously we need to score the ball, but at the end of the day, we don't win that game unless we get stops, and we knew that was the case. We needed to get stops in the other end, and whether we score or not, hopefully we do, but scoring doesn't even matter unless we get stops.
Was there something that changed around that moment, or is it just looking up and realizing, like Coach said, you guys need to go?
Yeah, just looking up. We want to win the game, so and looking at the game, looking at the score. We understand that at 3 minutes, we can't just let them keep scoring. We need to get stops at the end of the game to help us win.
And describe what Kendrick gives you guys in the intangibles department. What about him maybe doesn't everybody see?
Oh, obviously, the one thing, he's a winner. Obviously, his 4 years at Simeon, but the thing he really does, he's so unselfish with the ball. He takes open shots, and one thing, kind of like Ahmad, he's one, but he passes the ball to the open player all the time. He rarely ever takes bad shots. He's such a great player, so unselfish, and the one thing he does is he during the game, he will look you in the eye and tell you, let's go. And I think that's one thing people really underrated about him is his leadership skills. Just the way he plays. He plays so hard, plays by example, and he really gets people in the huddle and tells people, gets people motivated to play even harder.
And what kind of identity are you guys building, and do you want to leave here?
Just like what we just did out there. We don't quit. We play hard. We play with everybody. Everybody plays on the same page. Play with the same kind of passion.
Kendrick, is that your nature, what Nnanna described, to look people in the eye and tell them, let's go, let's go? You seem like a quiet guy. Have you picked that up here?
Yeah, I think I picked up my leadership skills. As a team, we all got to come as one.
Kendrick, obviously you guys don't look ahead. You focus on the one game at a time scenario, but did you guys put any extra emphasis on this game to try to get to 7-5 before you travel to Wisconsin on Sunday?
Yeah, we always take it one game at a time, and we done lost to Michigan a couple times, and we needed this win.
When's the last time you missed a dunk in a game?
Man,
I'd like to know the answer to that one.
I can't recall.
Nnanna, do you feel like you guys are kind of, barreling towards something bigger now? Is this game symbolic in a way?
Right now we're just looking forward to the next game, and then just seeing what we can do, and then you're just taking it one game at a time, and then you're taking that game, shoving it away and looking for focus on the next game. Obviously, we do have a main goal and a main cause, but at the end of the day, we're looking forward to the next game.
Is it symbolic, though, in the way Coach was talking about that horse race and kind of building up for the new strategy? Is this, do you feel like you guys are kind of in the right part of the race right now?
Well, absolutely. We really put ourselves in a really good position, but at the end of the day, we have to look at it as, we have 6 more games left, and we're 0-0, and we gotta, see it as a 6-game season, and after that, after the next game goes, we gotta look at it a 5-game season, and just keep cutting it short every other game.
Coach, despite being the best free throw shooter.
Not yet. Anything else for the players?
All right, I'll let you go.
Something to eat, Nnanna. Can't get something to eat. Okay, man. Questions?
Coach, despite being the best free throw shooting team in the country, you guys didn't find it to the free throw stripe in the first half, and then you changed in the second half. Is there any change you made, maybe being more
Not
aggressive?
really, and they do a good job of playing without fouling. If you look at their statistics, they've always done a pretty good job of that. And then we for us, 9 for 13. It sounds crazy, but that's below the norm, for us. Obviously every team wants to try to get to the free throw line more. I thought we were a little bit more aggressive. I thought early we were maybe bordering on the side of emotional instead of playing with emotion, and that's on me. I've got to do a better job making sure that they find that balance.
Think there was anything more at stake than one win or one loss? Could a loss have been pretty I don't know, damaging or deflating?
You know, Steve, I said to him after the game, like, we're trying to evaluate this thing today. We wanted to play ridiculously hard. We wanted to compete, and we wanted to be better with our overall execution than we were on Saturday. And I'll watch the film, but my guess is we did those things, you know. And I had great peace of mind throughout the game because I'm watching our guys, and they competed their tails off. They did. I mean, they played with a lot of heart. And, you know, that's always the starting point. You have to compete. I do think our crowd was ridiculous. I mean, it was special. You know, I thought, you know, I don't know how many. Schmitty's probably trying to find me right now because he's wanting to probably talk about these 27 minutes that I just played Ray in his first game back. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. No. I told him we'd play it by ear, and we thought maybe 15-ish. You know, but I think the adrenaline of the game, the crowd, his desire to win, thought he played the right way. You know, a lot of guys that, you know, as talented as Ray, you get back for your first game, would try to play out of character. I thought he tried to fit in and tried to help us win, and boy, did he do that.
Was it physical with Ray or emotional that, you know, made him go like this during the game? You described the second.
Just you know, I haven't played in a little while, so trying to get in type of rhythm. He missed a couple layups. You know, he normally makes those, or he shot the 1-3 in the corner, and you know, he and several of us, you know, looked like a wind gust. You know, came through there a couple times today. But you know, all in all, I thought he played within his character. He did a great job. I thought what Nnanna said was appropriate. I thought he defended. I thought he was great in late game defensive situations. I thought he was what do the players call it? A dog on defense.
Coach, early in the season, there were times you guys struggled to maybe finish games when you had the lead or didn't have the lead, but as the season's going on, you guys have kind of found a way to finish games and be weighing you down, or when you're winning. What do you attribute that to?
Just maturation and experience. We're just so completely different than we were, you know, a couple months ago. It's not even close. I mean, we're much closer. We're much tougher. We still can execute things better. You know, then that gives us a chance, I think, to really, you know, be in that mix to do, you know, to reach our potential. The execution piece, as long as we keep playing with this type of toughness and effort.
Without going into any specifics or details, you say in your statement that Ray's made the progress that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just talk about how he handled the suspension and?
Yeah, Ray handled it. He owned up and he manned up. That's what we do here. You know, that's what he didn't have any excuses, and you know, he had obviously the consequence there, and I think he grew and learned from it. In fact, I know he did from having conversations with him, and you know, we're moving on. You know, we don't belabor things or hold grudges. That's not what we do. You know, we learn from every circumstance that we're in, and I think he did that, and now we're moving on.
One advantage to having Ray on the bench so much today is that you had three different starting lineups. In the second half, you had a different starting lineup. In overtime, Ray was starting, and he was fresher than, you know, those Michigan guys who were. He spent a lot of intense defensive time. Is that, I mean.
Yeah, certainly having Ray out there helped our depth. I mean, there's no question about that. You know, obviously we've played, Rob, several games here recently where, you know, we've had a short bench. You know, and we've tried to take the no excuses approach, next man up approach, and you know, we play five, you play five. You know, but having Ray, no question about it, it gave us a little bit more depth today on the perimeter that we hadn't had here recently.
Did you sense that they were getting tired?
Not really. No, not really. No, nor our guys. I thought our guys did a great job. That first 8 minutes was crazy. I mean, that was a deep media. You know, but I thought our guys really plowed their way through it.
You always say seniors die hard. You had three of them making big plays. Just what was that impact that they had today?
Well, they played like, you know, their head was being held underwater, and they really did. I thought Nnanna was terrific defensively throughout the entire game, but then I thought he had some big offensive rebound putbacks. Was great on the sideline out of bounds situation there where we had him on the ball. Ray intercepted the long pass on the play there at the end of regulation. Came up with a couple big time rebounds. Starks made huge plays in the first half. It's a 2-point game at the half. And like I said earlier, if he doesn't make those plays offensively, we're maybe sitting on 10 at halftime. So I thought he had a great look in his eyes today as well. He's been much more. I think he's enjoying competing. Has really kind of found his niche, and all three of those guys really played. Obviously from an intensity standpoint, Jeremy at a really high level.
Does Cosby still have a chance to get back in there and get back in the rotation?
Sure. Yeah, as the statement alluded to.
What do you need to see from him or your
That's between me and him. Obviously I need to see progress, and he and I need to make sure that we're on the same page and we're working towards that. Yeah, I thought Malcolm really battled. I thought, especially was really good defensively, Rob, late during that 21-2 run. I thought he played harder than he did earlier in the game. Obviously, he had some shots not fall. I mean, he doesn't typically go 4 for 16. I thought he had some great looks from three that didn't go down, especially in the first half. And he missed a couple. He missed a layup. Stuff happens sometimes. But again, I've got to do a better job of getting them to be. To be a little bit more balanced with that, with the emotion versus emotional piece. But I've always said I'd much rather coach guys that have motor and try to reel them back, and much rather them compete like they did today. Like I've said this before, and I always today, if I was a fan, I would have, obviously want to win the game, but I would have walked out of here saying, man, did those guys lay it on the line for Illinois? And I thought that's what we did today. Obviously, we need to figure out a way to stick the ball in the basket a little bit better than we did in the first half. But, we'll work on the execution piece. You can always work on execution when your effort's there. It's hard to evaluate film or evaluate your team unless you play with that type of competitive spirit that we did tonight.
I feel like he and some of the other guys passed out of the perimeter double teams effectively.
Yeah, no, they share the ball. We're playing very unselfish right now.
How important are these last 8 or 9 games and what you're trying to do here and trying to build here?
Well, every day is important at this point. And kind of what Nnanna's talked about, and we've talked about that. Every day is important. Every practice is important. We're taking it one game at a time. In this league, every game is a separate entity. You can't say, well, hey, they did this on Saturday, so this is what they're going to do on Thursday. Meaning how we played Saturday, this is a different game. And then you know what? Sunday's a completely different game. Every game's different. And I think because of that, you have to approach it one game at a time. There's a lot of games like tonight's game in our league where it just comes down to 4 or 5 minutes or a shot or two or a stop or two. I think that's the beauty of this league. And when you coach here and when you play here, I remind those guys it's what you sign up for. And I think our guys, obviously today, they loved the environment, the challenge certainly that Michigan presented, which was a large one. And I thought we played with some toughness and took another step in the right direction.